Hi everybody, I wanted to show you one of my newest decks. It's a deck that I got for my birthday. It's the Decameron Tarot. Now this is an erotic deck. Now let me just say, there are some images in this deck that could be quite obscene, so if you're offended by that, then it's probably a good time to turn off right now. This deck I'd seen many times on sort of Amazon, and I'd looked at it. Now, I didn't particularly want it because I didn't think I would use it. Now, that's not to say that I didn't really like the deck. I thought it was more sort of like a novelty deck, you know, rather than one I would use. And you know, it wasn't particularly dear, but you know, for the cost on Amazon, I could have got a deck I would have used. But I was very happy once I received it for my birthday. Now, when I looked through the little white book, which was, I had my first proper look at it last night, I was really pleasantly surprised because I learned, in fact, this was a deck that I would be able to use, and I'm going to use it for sort of love readings, sexual readings, and of the like. So I just want to take you for a quick look at it. So here we got the box. It's a normal just a tap box. Okay, you've got the for adults on the side there, glossy finish. It's published by Lo Scarabeo, and there's a piece of writing on the back which says heroic art, sensual magic with Boccaccio's touch. Boccaccio, if I'm pronouncing that right, is I think who was Boccaccio? Bear with me. Where's the little white book? I was just about to say he was the artist, but he isn't. I'm not sure who Boccaccio is actually. Is he was he a poet or something in the 14th century? But anyway, the artist of this deck is Giacinto Gaudenzi. Okay, and Boccaccio, according to the little white book, was a author, and in 1348 he wrote Decameron, right before the period when the Black Plague broke out. So I should be researching that book because I like things like that. So anyway, here we have the deck. Okay, so I've never filmed a video like this, so you'll have to bear with me. There's the backs of the cards. You probably had a good look. Okay, they're really quite nice. Decent cardstock, typical cardstock of Lo Scarabeo. In with the deck, you have the normal 78 cards. You have a deck title card, but you also have an introductory card, which gives you a 15% discount off your membership for the Tarot Association. Now I put that somewhere, and because I gave this deck a shuffle, I can't find it, but that's in with the deck. Now, as I mentioned, some of the images are really quite sexual orientated. Some of the images I find quite funny, like this one. Whoops. This one I find rather amusing. I really like the guy with the crowns. I really like his facial expression, you know, and he's got the little guide, little jester in front of him. So I really like that card, you know. Not all cards are filthy, you know. There is a bit of comedy in there, which is great because, you know, love, whilst sex is a part of love, you know, so is humour, you know, banter, good times, bad times, that's all part of love. And I think the various cards in this deck represent these emotions. All the major arcana cards have the titles hit along the left hand side in red ink, in the various different languages. Okay, Italian, English, German, French and Spanish. Here's another image I really like. Look at her facial expression. She looks like she's having a great time. So this is one of my favourite cards from this deck. This card, oh God, look at that guy. Now, to me, he looks like the actor Jack Black. So every time I see that card, I'm going to be thinking of Jack Black. So, you know, the baker's quite happy. This one is my all-time favourite card in the deck, the High Priestess. I'm not too sure about her phallic necklace, but it certainly gets the mind thinking. Now, this card, I really like the artwork. Yeah, it is pretty rude. Do you know what I mean? What the couple are doing, what the two lovers are doing. But you know, the art style I like, and I also like the fact that the little pussycat is also there as well. You know, and yeah, it's just a nice card. I quite like the guy peeking around the back of the curtain there. You get other ones like this. This is the death card, you know. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, really. For some reason, it reminds me a bit of a pin-up card for some reason. Here we go, is another one. You know, this is a court card. The court cards have the title along the left-hand side in grey. And you can see the suit. There you go, wands at the top of the card. You know, it's the expressions in this deck that I love on the in the sort of people portrayed. I think they're great, you know. This card reminds me of pure animal instincts. And I really, really like that about this card. Okay, now let me show you the... I had a load of aces ready to show you. Bear with me a second. Right, okay, what's that? That's a court card. Okay. The aces look like these, okay? So again, you've got the suit at the top. This one's quite clear. And you've just got the card number. You know, so there. That one's an ace also. This one always reminds me of Dita Von Teese. You know, she does a show, a highly sensual show, you know, where she's ending up in a champagne flute, you know. But that card reminds me of Dita Von Teese. Okay, so we've covered the sort of courts. The suits are all the same, so traditional suits, pentacles, swords, wands and cups. Although the wands are in the shape of penises. Okay, so that's what the pip cards look like. No, what's that? Two of Wands. You know? So, this deck, I just think this deck is absolutely fantastic. You know? It's not all filth, you know? Some of it's just, like, quite nice. Like, look at that man looking after her, taking her boot off for her, you know? So, there's just a few of the cards. Now, I have to say that I was most impressed with the little white book. Now, I don't know if it's just because I like the subject matter or it was the book itself, you know, but it's just a standard white book, you know. It's a little bit thicker because it covers the various different languages. I'm assuming you've got Italian, English, French, German in there. But, you know, it speaks about this deck being a guide for love. A force of love supports the universe and moves the planets. It is a concept from medieval philosophy permeated by Christianity, which induces enthusiasm and fills with happiness. Virgil wrote, Omnia vincit amor e nos quedamos amore. You have to excuse my pronunciation. Love overcomes everything and we give in to love. So I think that was quite beautiful. Then as you can see, it talks a little bit more about the author Boccaccio, And then at the bottom paragraph there about the painter Gaudenzi. Okay, so the basically you've got a sentence about each of the cards in the major arcana, okay? Like the Empress, life is a journey of love without age limits. However, those who hold public offices should maintain discretion and moderation. You know, the Hermit, an attractive body, troubles an even ascetic spirit, but don't be deceived by hypocrites and false virtue. Deception is lying in wait. Okay, I like this one, the Hanged Woman. Excuse me. Short-lived love. The suitors deceive themselves into thinking that their prey is all theirs, unless they are happy with fleeting pleasure. Okay, and then you've got obviously the minor arcana, and it goes on to discuss suits. Let's have a look here what it says about a few of the chalices. Two of Cups, couple and ecstasy, passion, idyllic moment. 8, deceit, threats, shame. Okay, 4, an intruder, distrust, poor self-esteem. Now, whilst you may not agree with those meanings, you know, they're not traditional, I still enjoyed the concept in the Little White Book. The Little White Book has got a spread, and this one is the case of the bedroom spread, okay, and I think that's what that is in the front, you know. But not only that, it gives a little bit of historical context, you know, in sort of medieval times, or pre-medieval times, there wouldn't necessarily be a bed, you know. It discusses that, you know, when a male would go to bed with his shirt on, it would be sending a message that there was to be no sort of sexual union that night, you know. As you can see here, many people believed in magic by contract. That is, a man could be wounded with a weapon by striking the impression in his body left on the bed, you know. So I like that. You know, so it's actually quite interesting, you know. It's not huge, you know, like it's only that much in English and the rest is the in different languages, you know. But, you know, this deck is exceeding my expectations, you know. So I'm very, very happy with this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.